the batteries, power electronics, the advanced motors, gearboxes, the software, the AI inference computer, it all actually applies to a humanoid robot. It's the same techniques. It's just a robot with arms and legs instead of a robot with wheels.
I will raise my throne as high as yours. So says the devil. I will be just like the Most High. So there you have it. The humanoid. If I can't do it naturally, I'll do it unnaturally. How everybody doing today? Come on in, tell a friend. I'm back at it. Now, when I first started this, I informed you that you are at the point of no return. Them was my first words. Check out my very first video. Check it out. I said you are at the point of no return. There's no turning back. I want you to take a real good look at this screen. Please, take a minute. Take a real good look at your screen. Because what you are seeing is the beginning of your end. I want you to understand that. This looks real simple. This looks real simple. But I want you to think about the very first cell phone. And I want you to think about the cell phone that you presently have. See the difference? This is just the beginning. You are at the point of no return. And I mean that. I want the American people to know that. If I can't do it naturally, I'll do it unnaturally. So says the devil. Let's get into the video.
And we've made a lot of progress with Optimus. And as you can see, we started up with someone in a robot suit, sort of down, and then we've progressed dramatically year after year. So if you extrapolate this, you're really going to have something spectacular, something that anyone could own. So you could have your own personal R2-D2 C3PO. And I think at scale, this would cost something like, I don't know, $20,000, $30,000. Probably less than a car, is my prediction long term. Now, it'll take us a minute to get to the long term, but fundamentally at scale, the Optimus robot, you should be able to buy an Optimus robot for, I think, probably $20,000 to $30,000 long term. So, and what can it do? It'll basically do anything you want. So it can be a teacher, babysit your kids. It can walk your dog, mow your lawn. Yeah.
I just got one question. Have we gotten that lazy? Go back for a minute.
$20,000 to $30,000 long term. So, and what can it do? It'll basically do anything you want. So it can be a teacher.
Have we gotten that lazy. You know, I just made a video speaking about this. Go check out my Message to America video, part 1. Go check out my Message to America video, part 1. I was literally just talking about this. How everybody's being conditioned to attempt to make money off the internet. And everybody's leaving their what I would call physical worldly trades. They're abandoning them. There's people that was in the trucking industry, in the working at the railroads, working at factories, hospitals. They quit them jobs. They found their way on the internet, making money some way, somehow, through social media or through trading. So somebody got to fill those positions. They're conditioning everybody to run to the internet and attempt to make money, while abandoning their everyday physical movements. If you don't use it, you lose it. Okay? It seems harmless right now. But imagine 20, 30, 40, 50 years, 100 years down the line. You don't use it, you lose it. So as everybody's running to the internet in an attempt to make money, that means they're abandoning their trade skills. So therefore, these humanoid robots will pick up the slack. And I used to always wonder in the Matrix movie, how did they get in the condition where they was just in the bubble? Well, you know, when they first freed Neo and he got out that little eggshell, little bubble, and they had to pull everything out of him and everything. I always was wondering, how did they get in the state where they was in that bubble? Pardon me. Where they was in that bubble. Like, how did they get in that state? Like, in the movie, like, how did they get to that point where they were just like that? It's like they was all, like, stuck in a paying attention to a screen mode type of, you know, balled up, looking at their phone, their laptops, living their life through the net, leaving the outside world, leaving their earth. Because anyone can create a world. I told you that. This is a world upon the earth. The earth. We're abandoning the earth to go already to live in a system. This world is created on the earth. So we already abandoned the earth to join the system, to join this world. And now we're going further into it through the internet. And now we're going to abandon the physically worldly responsibilities and hand them over to the humanoids. While we do what? Live in a make-believe world through the social media, because they're gonna make this a whole lot funner. This is just the beginning. Some people already live their life through the internet, period. They don't do nothing physical outside but eat and stuff like that. They live their life through the internet, through Wi-Fi. And that's where you're going. But it gets deeper than that.
Babysit your kids, it can walk your dog, mow your lawn, get the groceries, just be your friend, serve drinks.
Just be your friend. Serve drinks. That's what we got a bartender for. That's what you got hands for. Won't you get up and host your own party, and won't you serve drinks? Won't you hire somebody to do so? Won't all y'all get together and make drinks? Have we gotten that lazy? You wanted to walk your dog, babysit your kids. Babysit your kids? Have we gotten that lazy? Okay, so if it's watching your kids, at some point people are gonna want the thing to be able to defend their kids as well. Okay, then once they make a robot, okay, or make a model where it's like, if a robber or somebody's a kidnapper's coming towards my child, you know they gonna create a scenario where some child gets almost attacked or kidnapped, and the robot could have saved the child. They're gonna create this now. It's called a deception. You know they're gonna create a deception somewhere with these robots where the robot either saves a life or could have saved the life if the robot was this type of model robot, they was capable of doing these type of things. So people are gonna ask for that type of model. Yeah, we want one that if someone's trying to take my child and it sees that, it can defend the child and prevent that. Somebody's gonna ask for that model. And when that model comes, they'll create another situation where the robot actually does save that child or save someone. And you're gonna go crazy. You're gonna accept it even more. You're gonna buy into it even more. Just to get you closer. I told you, you're at the point of no return. When these people make a move, it stick. That door closes behind you. This is a window. This is a window for the American people to wake up and come to the realization of what's taking place right before your eyes. That's why they have all these distractions for you. This is the real agenda. The beast system. They're preparing the world or preparing the world for the arrival of the beast or the beast system and the beast system and or. The beast is a system. The system is the beast. Do you not understand that? And she came riding in on a beast and had 7 heads. Wait till they start making these things where it got like a skin type what we call it, model, where it look like regular human skin, or they start giving it face and facial expressions. Now you're gonna have little kids and people running around talking about don't hit that robot, or let's say they see somebody push the robot or throw a rock at it, or I'm not saying you should be tearing up people property. I'm just saying it could be their robot. And they just want to throw rocks at their robot. You got people that, you got feelings. Now people gonna want rights for the robots. You can't be out in public wrestling your robot, or you can't destroy your own robot. But you can take your pencil and break it if you feel like it. It's not the same. It has intelligence. It's called a human. Do you get what I'm saying? That's gonna be the steps when people gonna want rights for the robot. It's gonna get to the point where people gonna want rights for the robots. You know that. You know that's the path we going down. Then they gonna get to acting funny. We wanna be just like humans. Why can't we? We have feelings too. They gonna wanna be in relationships. Y'all gonna be falling in love with the robots. going fishing. If I get one of these, if I had one of these robots, you know what I had that robot doing all day? Gardening. All your job is to do is to garden. You don't do nothing else but grow me food. I don't need you to watch no kids, walk no dog. I don't need you to do no interacting shit with my family that I supposed to do as a father and as a man, as a human, as a child of God. I can do that. This is a perfectly great body that we have. This is the greatest thing, one of the greatest things ever God created was this body. It does amazing things, and I love it. And I love it. Yeah, it can act funny sometime and get to hurting and all of that. But I love it. Nothing is better. So some of y'all gonna want to marry the robots. Robot babies. I'm telling you, I had one of these. All it'll do is be gardening. Get back there. I got 50 acres. You don't do nothing but garden all day. I want mine to come with a green thumb. Okay? All you do is garden. Seriously. If I had one of them, all it'll do is garden. Grow me food. I don't need you to do nothing else, my man. I can see it now. Women gonna be going on dates with the motherfuckers. Men gonna be, buying their purses. Brought a Louis bag for my robot. Crazy. Play on.
Whatever you can think of, it will do. And yeah, it's going to be awesome. I think this will be the biggest product ever of any kind. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is too. Cause y'all gonna push it to be. Y'all gonna push it to be. Y'all gonna push it to be. You nurses thought y'all was gonna keep making all that money? Nope, here go your replacement. You truck drivers thought y'all was gonna keep on doing y'all thing? Nope, here come your replacement. Who else out here unappreciative? Who else out here think that they're a god? Who else feel like Kanye West? Come on now. Speak up. Who else think that they are a god? Because I don't think I'm a god. I'm a child of God. I am of God, but I'm not God, and I'm not a god. Who else? Speak up. Let's see if you can stop this. God? Play on.
Not just bank stocks moving a lot this morning. Tesla's share price was down nearly 7% ahead of today's market open after a much hyped event in California from the world's richest man. Elon Musk, the boss of Tesla, showcased a long-promised robo-taxi. It comes with 2 gull-wing doors, no steering wheel or pedals. He says production will start in 2026, but he does always tend to be a bit optimistic about timeframes. This event itself was much delayed. He also showed off a robo-van, a self-driving van capable of carrying 20 people. And then, of course, there were the humanoid robots. Lots of robots who did, of course, do some dancing. Well, joining me now from...
So all you dancers and you twerkers, you got new competition. To all you dancers and all you twerkers, you cheerleaders and all of y'all, you ballet dancers, all you twirlers and swirlers, you is new competition on the block. Oh yeah. Gonna have long, pretty flowing hair just like you pretty soon. Don't worry about that, sister.
Chicago is Seth Goldstein, who is chair of the EV committee at Morningstar. Great to see you. Seth.
The Morning Star. Let's play that back.
Lots of robots who did, of course, do some dancing. Well, joining me now from Chicago is Seth Goldstein, who is chair of the EV committee at Morningstar. Great to see you.
The Morning Star. Lucifer, the Morning Star. Now the real question is, this is when common sense kick in. When have you walked outside in the morning and never seen a star? That's the question of the day. When have you ever walked outside and seen in the morning and seen a star? Because right now it's 10 o'clock in the morning and I don't see a star. So what is they talking about? So don't start making excuses for them. Because that's what you're good at. People love making excuses for the devil. She said, the morning star. Lucifer is called the morning star. Come on with your common sense.
Seth, this event was highly anticipated. Did it deliver?
Well, we see the market was skeptical of what we heard last night. I think investors were hoping to get more details on what Tesla's actual plans were. But in my mind, they signaled a big step forward by planning to launch the full self-driving unsupervised version in California and Texas next year. The ultimate timeline for Tesla to get to where they are.
I want to say something about California and Texas. I want you to pay attention to me, please. I was just listening to something where it was some Hispanics and some blacks debating over who brought more to the culture, I guess, of like the LA, like California type of Texas culture, you know, with the flannels and the lowriders and the bandanas and, you know, who you know, the Converse, who started that culture, you know, the tag in and everything. And let me tell y'all something now. Y'all had over so many decades to debate over who started what. This isn't the time right now to be dividing yourself on anything as foolish as that. Okay? This isn't the time right now to be debating or to be dividing yourself on something so, you know, meaningless. Seriously. You're sitting here debating over who basically started what? Street gang culture? What? Don't nobody care. It has not benefited the country at all. It has not benefited the people of California and Texas at all. At all. It's led to mass incarceration along with the crooked politicians. It led to a lot of fatherless homes. It led to a lot of single mothers. It led to a lot of abandoned kids, drug-infested neighborhoods. What are you debating about? Who caused the most destruction? So they start all of this on the coastlines. You have to pay attention. They're nipping at the coastlines. Okay? They're hitting the coastlines with everything, trying to push everybody inward, inward, inward. When you watch those movies like The Walking Dead and all of that, it always takes place up in that Midwestern, Utah towards Colorado type of Wyoming areas. Indiana, all up in that way, Minnesota type of there. Because they cause so much chaos and destruction on the coastlines to push everybody in. When you watch certain movies, if you notice, maybe even The Walking Dead. I didn't watch all the Walking Dead episodes, but in The Walking Dead, did they ever see the coastline? Did they ever see the ocean? Somebody let me know in the comments. Because I can't remember an episode where I ever seen them and they was seen the ocean, was able to see the ocean. In a lot of those movies like that, the people, you never see the ocean. They pushed everybody in, destroyed the coastlines, or what we thought was destroyed. Play on.
Today, where the autonomous driving software still needs the driver to be alert and paying attention to the robotaxi, ultimately requires first they get to the FSD unsupervised version. And so I think they are making progress, but ultimately we're still years away from any robotaxi production, and I think that's why the stock is selling off today.
So it's the timeline, not the technology.
Remember what I said? They play on your heartstring. They play on your history. They play on your memory. And they play on time. You heard what she said. It's a timeline. It's a play on time. They have this technology already. They ready to roll out right now, just like the Transformers. I promise you. The thing name was Optimus. The thing name was Optimus. Am I lying? Was it not named Optimus? They ready to roll out right now. I promise you. But it's all about timing. You're not divided enough. There must be more division. There must be more division.
Yes, well, with a more delayed timeline, I think that leads to more uncertainty over will the technology work. Tesla is taking the first step.
More certainty that this is what you will ask for. You will want. Remember, it's all about choices. It's all about the right to do and choose. It's about the freedom of choice. There we go. You have to choose this. It can't be forced. The devil never forced you to do anything. This being just creates the scenario or the perfect situation where you want it. That's what makes our God so beautiful. It gives you the freedom of choice, but also gives you a warning. So here's your warning, American people. Is this what you really want?
In the right direction, but ultimately they still have to prove that the full self-driving tech can work and that it can be safe on streets. And we have seen other autonomous driving vehicles enter a market like California and ultimately have to take a step back or pause vehicles in service due to operational issues. And so we'll see what happens next year with the rollout. I think it's a positive sign, but still a lot remains to be seen and a lot of uncertainty.
Seth, zooming out for a second, obviously those are some of the challenges, but why is this so significant? Explain to our viewers why this is such a big moment.
Well, if Tesla can solve autonomy,
Hold on, Steph. I'll take this question. You know why it's a big moment? Because this is the beginning of your end. That's why it's a big moment. I'll take the question, Steph. This is the moment when you don't have no more human taxi drivers, Uber and Lyft drivers. This is the moment when you don't have a delivery man or lady. Okay? You already can't get to nobody, a human now, when you make a phone call to certain businesses. This is the moment where you even might go into having robotic, or my fault, I'm sorry, because it's gonna come to a point where you can't call him a robot. You have to call him a humanoid. I'm sorry. So let me start now. A humanoid, so I won't get banned. Okay? I know they'll get me. A humanoid. This is the moment when a humanoid might even become involved in law enforcement. Firefighters, nurses, doctors, especially if they save a couple of y'all lives, you're gonna beg for them. And if they put them in the neighborhoods where a lot of violence is at, people get shot a lot, and they able to help people, oh, that's definitely gonna get y'all. We need some robots in our community. Why we can't have none? All they gotta do is put them in the wealthy people community and have them doing stuff out there and present this pretty picture to y'all. And y'all gonna be like, well, why did we can't get none? And next thing you know, you want them in your neighborhood doing stuff. Your mailman, your mail lady, walking your dog, babysitter. This is the moment where you auto mechanics was talking about you don't want to work on, man, your hands cramping up and all of this. Here you go. Here go your replacement complainer. I'm tired of standing on my feet. I'm tired of doing it. Here you go. You don't have to be a human no more. You don't have to be mobile. You don't have to walk. You don't have to even breathe if you don't want to no more. They got you. Here you go. You want everything so easy. Your main goal was to come down, have a earthly experience, appreciate the earth and love God. Appreciate and love each other. You can't even do that. You want a robot to do that for you. It's gotta be your companion. You can't even get along as a human being. And I hear people talking about they want to go out of space and meet green women and all that. The man can't even handle the women down here on Earth. How you gonna do something with a green woman? How? You want to play with laser swords and all of this. You really want Star Wars. You are a human being. And they are attempting to replace. So I answer that question. What do this mean? This means the point of no return. This is what it means. Oh, nail tech ladies, you too. Ain't nobody forgot about none of you. So run the social media. Abandon your trade skills. Remember what I said. When they make a move, it stick. The door closed, it locks. There's no turning around. It's common sense approach. I'm out.